And when I was at uni, I was one of those people that had absolutely no idea what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
I, throughout the full 3 years, could never figure it out. I specialized in so many different areas across my 3 years that I just, by the end of it, was so lost. And I kind of thought eventually I'd end up progressing into something like production, maybe, because I'd never quite found my
Mm.
niche in the artistic side. Um, but that didn't happen. And then I'd been working, as I think a lot of people do whilst at university, I'd been working part time as a waiter and a supervisor. And once I finished my degree, an opportunity came up within that company to stay and become an assistant manager. And I eventually became a restaurant manager with the
Hmm.
same company. I was with them for about 5 years. And during that time, I was just developing these skills and this interest in people and people management and people development and all of that side of things. And I found that I actually really loved doing that. But then there came a point where I was like, I don't want to do hospitality anymore. It was crazy. It was ridiculous hours,
Hmm.
always busy. It was incredibly hard work. And that's not to say that this isn't hard work, but it was a completely different
It's a different kind
kind
of
of
hard
hard
work,
work,
isn't it?
right?
Yeah.
And I'd reached a point, because by that point throughout my life I'd been doing hospitality for like 10 years, and I was so over it by that point. I was like, I need to do something else. And because I'd done animation at uni, I knew who Blues Who were. Like, I
Yeah.
remember writing about this in my cover letter when I applied for this job, about how I'd seen Blues or Tom, I think specifically, talk at Manchester Animation Festival years ago. And ever since then, I'd followed the company and I'd always wanted to work for the company, but I didn't know in what capacity that could ever have been in.
Yeah.
And then I reached a point in 2022,
Yeah. 2022.
where I knew I wanted to leave my current job. So I had a look at what Blue Zoo was doing and what jobs they had currently. And one of them was my current role. My current role.
Hmm.
Um, and I read the job description and all of that. And I was like, I actually have a lot of these skills that I've developed through working in hospitality for all these years. So I applied and I got it somehow. And I'm here.
Because you're very good. That's how you got it.